Hey guys, what's up? Sorry I'm doing a stream kind of late tonight. I'm just kind of getting some things done around my house and everything. Just kind of hadn't really had a whole lot of time today. I know it's not usually my typical time that I'm on here, but I'm here anyway. There's quite a bit of stuff going on too. So we're going to talk about that, okay guys? And I know I used to post videos all different time frames. But I've been trying to get more on a regular schedule and stuff, and I was doing pretty decent there for a minute, and things are just kind of all over the place right now. But so I'm just going to kind of say hi to everybody and jump into it. G513 in the hizzy. First one here, once again. 2 Tim 3 baby, third in line. Kim Possible, G513 again. What's up? Julie Muse, do that. To Luca, Knox, Yvonne, IG, how you doing? Isaiah's grinning. Penny D, Apple, Joanna, Catherine, third in line. Good to see you guys in here, guys. Rick Smith, Judy, Chris, White Owl. Good to see everybody in here, guys. Wish I could just sit here and talk to you guys, but obviously I can't. So, but anyway, guys, I am going to just kind of get into this. First of all, I'm going to give a special thanks to Bob Dobbs. I just checked my P.O. box, and I just want to tell you, Bob, if you listen to this, if you're in the chat at all, I appreciate the letter and everything. I really do. Kind of really uplifted my spirits at the time I needed it. It kind of hit right at the time that I needed to be reading something like that. So thank you for that, Bob. I really appreciate it. And I guess before we get started here, there's my PayPal. If you guys want to help me out, you can. If not, nothing's ever expected. Always much appreciated, but it's never expected. So that's down in my description box also, but there's a link for that too. So let's just get into this, okay, guys? Obviously, the Schumann, we're still got this thing here at 20. I don't know what's going on right around the 20 hertz direction right now. I don't know what to say about that. So it's there and it's not going away. So don't know what else to do with that thing. Wish I had a good explanation for it, but I don't. So, but now we got a little vertical spike going on here. Overall increase, a slight increase in frequency here, guys. It's just an overall kind of uptick. It's not no big spiking or anything like that, but there are people that are more sensitive to this, so we have to keep that in mind when we're talking about this. So yeah, so if you're having maybe body aches, stuff like that, this can actually cause that. But again, always see your doctor first before, especially on big things. If you're having heart pain, please don't just look at this thing and say, oh gosh, Schumann's out of whack. I don't have to go to the doctor now. Well, no. Go to the doctor. Okay? Do that first. And then, bring it to your doctor. Doctors are now taking this in consideration, guys. Okay? They're actually using it as a diagnosing tool for them. So I really do, yeah. I really do think that that's the best thing to do. So, anyway, I'm getting too distracted here, sorry. But yeah, guys, we do have some things going on, and we've had some pretty decent-sized earthquakes. We've had CMEs and some stuff like that. If you read my thumbnail, a shockwave. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But anyway, this is the Schumann here, and again, this touches everything. This is everything. So when this thing gets all jacked up and crazy, we got to understand it's going to affect us. So just research Dr. Rife, R-I-F-E. You guys will definitely have a better understanding if you do that. Or go to Verte's channel. Verte always, Verte does a really good job over there. But anyway, space weather. We've had a flare with the CME right at the change of the day. Okay? Nobody else has probably reported on this yet because most people aren't like me and up at this time doing videos. So, This may be coming right at us. I'm gonna take a look at it with you guys and let you guys see it, and you can make up your own mind on what direction you think it's going. But the CME tracker is not updating correctly, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why NASA hasn't been letting that tool update. You know, we can still look at NOAA's tool, but that's a prediction tool, a forecasting tool, and a historic data tool. But sometimes that thing continuously changes when it gets new data in, which isn't such a bad thing, I have to say. It's just when we look at something 5 days out, you really can't trust it to be that accurate. It just kind of gives you a ballpark of what's going on. But solar proton flux, that means that's what they use to gauge radiation storms. Nothing much going on there. Geomagnetic activity, this is what, you know, CMEs, solar wind, solar flare, all that stuff affects this. This is how we gauge it. A KP of 5 puts you at a G level 1 storm. Obviously, we're kind of in the middle, and that's where we want to be, because we need some of this geomagnetic activity to block the cosmic rays. It helps us block off and fend off cosmic rays. But we don't want we definitely don't want a G5. Okay. You know, so again, a G1, G2, you know, even those storms, those are actually, they're almost cool to have those things from time to time, because, you know, we get to see like really cool auroras and things like that. But at the same time, we don't really have a whole lot of like big time electrical issues. But the bad thing about any of this geomagnetic activity that gets high is that it does affect the earthquake activity. At least in my opinion, and most people are coming to that same understanding through, you know, reviewed papers. You know, so a lot of people are starting to, even the mainstream are starting to take this into consideration. They're not 100% on board with it yet, but they're getting there. So I'll give them some time. They'll be there, I promise. We just got there a little quicker than they did, I think. You know, but we can have that discussion later. So first look at your sun here, guys. This is this is actually two sunspots. I know it looks kind of like this one grouping, but it's actually considered two sunspots. Here's that coronal hole that passed in front of us, and it's been, you know, it's already rotated away from us. We may still be connected to that a little bit, I'm not sure. But we're expecting to get the solar wind from that coronal hole about right around the 25th. That's about the prediction that they're saying now. But we've had some CMEs and stuff now too, so we're going to have to look at that. Now this is the visible light on the sun. I'll show it to you real quick. Let me zoom in here. What you're going to notice, you don't even see sunspot over here now. So this thing here looks like it's totally decayed. Now, you know, a few hours ago it was still a sunspot. But this is that leading sunspot grouping. This was one big sunspot at one time. Matter of fact, this is that same one that lasted 3 times around the sun. But we've also got a sunspot up here. And that is an official sunspot up here too. I can take it to you guys here. See right here, 2799. The one that's still surviving is 2797. Now they got 2798 on there. I would have to guess that that's going to be gone in the morning when they update this thing. So just kind of look for that to happen. Let me back this off. Okay. So ACE data. You know, you can see things are kind of variable. Now -6 on the BZ is what we look for. Anything greater than that, that's when conditions are favorable. The angle of the solar wind gets in, or whatever, the angle is better for it to come into our system. And it's been flirting with that off and on. So the phi angle did a couple flips here. That is the polarity of the solar wind. The solar wind gets here from the sun to us on a magnetic connection line, which inherently that makes it have a polarity, positive, negative. So every once in a while that'll flip. Hey Gary, what's up? Hey Cyan, Julie, Catherine, Eva, good to see you guys. Del James. Okay. So, and then you get, you know, here on the solar wind speed itself, it's actually it's increased about 100 kilometers a second here, which is significant, but it's still within normal range. So that's why we're not having, you know, any big deal with that. The density of it is hanging around, you know, 3 or 4, which is normal also. Temperature, very normal. So that's why we're not having too much issue right now. But I think that's probably going to change in the next couple days. Here's the NOAA model, okay? They're predicting again, right here about the 25th, an increase in density and speed. And that's from that coronal hole. But they're not taking in consideration the CMEs I'm getting ready to show you guys. You can see here where we're taking a little uptick in geomagnetic activity right now. This is the aurora. I don't think I loaded that other one. It's no big deal though. You know, you can see where this is an uptick. It's showing that we're getting more aurora right now, which means that we're getting some more space weather. Just an uptick in it. It's not like really intense, but it's definitely an uptick. The magnometer had a little spike here, had a little jolt right here. That was probably when that thing flared and had the CME with it, and I'll show it to you here in just a second. This is what we look at when we look for bigger flares. We didn't really see an uptick in the X-ray absorption here. So, yeah, not a whole lot to see there. Hey Axe, what's up, bud? Moose in the house. Okay, so where do I go from here? Let's go ahead and go over here to seeds, okay? Because this is where we're going to start talking about these CMEs, okay? This is the 23rd, and you can see that we had a CME. Now, to most people, when you look at this, this is going to look like one CME, right? Well, it's not. This is actually 2. Okay? So watch the first one blow off, and watch right here. See that one just jet out real fast? So right about there. See that? That was the second CME. Now what that does, when it catches up with the one that's in front, it will cause an interplanetary shockwave. Alright, so the point when that thing catches up to it, that, you know, that's exactly what will happen. And what is an interplanetary shockwave? Well, it's the electromagnetic fields of the particles interacting with each other. The one that's moving slower, the one that's moving faster catches up to the one that's moving slower, and when those magnetic fields get close to each other, they start reacting, causing little shock waves. They don't really collide. Okay? We have to understand that. To get atoms and stuff to collide takes a lot. You know, that's what they do in the high speed particle colliders, aka CERN, right? Plus there's a lot of those high speed particle colliders around the planet. CERN is not the only one. Alright, so just know that. But this is definitely, and I'm going to show it to you on stereo A because you can actually see it better. Well, hold on one second. This one here I just showed you is from our view. Okay, the Earth sits here, and the satellite's right out in front of the Earth, always looking at the sun. This is the occulter that blocks out the main thing of the sun. Without that, we wouldn't be able to see anything. We would be way too much light. It would be overexposed. Now, this is more indicative of the sun's surface. Okay, so this is actually blocking out the corona, and that's really its goal. It's doing what it's supposed to. So let's go look at stereo A because we get a side view. Okay, now remember the satellite's down here, Earth is over here. Okay, it's not quite 90 degrees. It's almost like a 45 now. Stereo A is slowly creeping towards the Earth. It's in the same orbital line as the Earth, except for that it's you know, days behind us here. So it's slowly creeping towards us, but it always looks at the sun and stays on the same orbital line. Alright, so as you look at this, and I'll slow it down here in a second. You see the first one, and you can actually see the second one blow out real fast. Okay, so watch. There. I hope you guys can see that. I'm going to slow it down, and I'll zoom in. Okay, you see that second little burst right there? I'll point it out this time when it comes. Here's the first one. There's that second one. Okay, that second one, guys, I have to say, is moving extremely fast. I haven't seen the CME move that fast probably, oh gosh, in a year. That is moving fast. And I showed you guys this yesterday with the filaments releasing. Okay, sometimes we'll see the really fast snaps of those filaments. When those snap off, they tend to go fast. Especially this one here. And again, I showed you both of them yesterday, remember? The two filaments that blew off the sun. That's what you're looking at right here. Okay, so this is our side view. So that one, it could be coming at us. I don't know yet. The CME tracker still hasn't updated. So I don't know where to go from here. I can show it to you guys on SDO, which I'm going to here in just a second. But we can also look at it on stereo A, the extreme ultraviolet from the side also. So let me show you here on the 304. This is stereo A right here. Okay, that's the same view that I just showed you guys right here. This is just a coronagraph. Okay. This is the extreme ultraviolet from the same satellite. So it's the same viewpoint. It's on the side. We're looking at the side. If we were looking at the front, we'd be looking at this one. Do you see the difference in the position of these two sunspots? Okay, that's why you're seeing a difference there. I guess I should move that one over there like that. But you see this one right here? We're looking from the front from our view here. See how it's looking like it's a little further to the left, and this one's kind of a little further to the right? That's because this is a side view. So check this out right here. This right here is definitely a good representation of what happens. So as we go forward here, you're going to see it's real evident right here. There's that first one. Watch right here. Here's the first filament release. Now again, I'm going to say it. We're looking from the side. So watch the first filament release off right here. And then watch the second one here. This is the one that was moving real fast. See that? Now why couldn't we see that real good yesterday? Well, because we didn't look at stereo A. We looked at SDO from the front. And if you guys remember, I said, you know, the sun's the background. So if you're looking dead on, you're not going to see much of it. And that's exactly what, you know, I was able to see it, but not real well. You can definitely see it here because the background is the blackness of space. That's why we get that. Okay? So you get the first one there. You see how it's rolling off that way. And then the second one's here. So, and I know it doesn't have the good definition like the other one does. I'm not sure if they ever update this to make it have better definition or not. But this is what we got. This is good enough to show that, hey, look at that. I mean, bam. And looking at that, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to keep moving. But there you go. Wham. So, you know, that could, you know, judging by this, now we really can't really judge complete, you know, direction here. Even seeing this pop off here, remember that it's a side view, but Earth is actually not directly 90 degrees. It's kind of down here. But to me, this second one, I said yesterday, it looked like it could give us a glancing blow or something. And it still kind of looks like that. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's going to hit us like dead on. Okay, it may catch us. It looks like it might sail a little bit south of us. I'm not sure yet, though. So I don't want to claim anything for a fact, you know what I'm saying? But here's the from our view. We'll take a look at this one here. This is right now. Now we've had another one here right in front, guys. Okay, that's this flare right here and CME. So watch what happens right here. Oops, sorry. See it get bright right there? See how much different the view is because the sun is the background? Also, if you look over here, you'll see another filament releasing up over here. So there was another one too, I think, that isn't showing up on the tools yet. But let's look at this one right here in the front, over here on this one. See that? Now, even though it's right in the front, this is like right where we're at. It's right in front of us. It still could miss us. Alright, the flare wouldn't. The flare's already hit us and gone. It's X-rays. It's here. It moves it basically at the speed of light. The CME that follows it takes it 3 to 5 days to get here. So we'll have some time to look at this, but there's definitely a blast after that. You see that? And like I said, it's right in front of us, but it could still be going like at an angle. Just not sure yet. Okay, see that? Boom. And that's a decent size one, guys. I'll be interested to see how seeds, because if we look at this right now, guys, it hasn't shown us any data yet for the 24th. So we don't have nothing to look at yet except for what I just showed you here. Okay, so when we start getting the coronagraphs in, I'll show it to you guys. Hey, birthday, what's up, bud? Good to see you, man. But yeah, so you got that going on there too. This here, they're going to probably end up giving this sunspot a number. Probably today, I would assume. If it's got good characteristics at the core here. It may or may not. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they're just really active areas of the sun. And they call those coronal prominences when you got a highly active area of the sun. But it could, it could be anything. But yeah, guys, this here right in front of us, I have a hard time thinking that we're not going to catch something from that. And I guess the overall picture I want to show you guys here is the fact that the sun's waking back up again. Okay, we had like a 2-week lull, and now it's back to being active. And we're going to have to pay attention. Okay? Why should we pay attention? This is why. Look at that. Another big one. You guys remember what I said yesterday? Anybody watched my video yesterday? Hey, Bob, I was just talking about you a minute ago. Hey, thanks for dropping that in my P.O. box, man. I really appreciate that. I said that at the beginning of the video, so thank you. Hey, Anna, what's up? But yeah, you guys remember what I said about the earthquakes down here? I even took my mouse and did this. I said, listen, we haven't had any earthquakes down here in like a day, and that's not normal for this area. Look what happened. This one down here in the Shetland Islands was a 7. So, and now we just had a 5.8 right there. Plus we had another 5.8 over here. Hey Marie, what's up? What's up, Mr. MI Control? Okay, I got you. So yeah, I don't predict earthquakes at all. I was just going off of space weather and a little bit of, hey, we usually see activity here every day, and we didn't even see any like little ones. It was completely blank for over 24 hours down here, and that's not normal. So something was building, and obviously it was, because they started popping off like crazy. I mean, it really was. It was cracking down here, and it still is. Look. The good thing down here, guys, there's absolutely no population. Okay, Ron did a video, and I would encourage you guys to go over and watch his live stream. I texted him earlier, and then I just looked at my phone a few minutes ago, and he tried to call me, and I missed his call. I wish I'd have been able to talk to him. Over to Emergency Management Associates, you guys really need to go over and sub up to his channel. He does a really great job. Him and Terry, they get together a lot and talk about these earthquakes, and Ricky, she's involved with here on my channel and everything. She's very intelligent on that conversation too. Matter of fact, let's just do this real quick. Let me I'm gonna show you guys his channel, because I'm telling you guys, he knows how to read the helioplot, the seismographs, and that is important, because what that does is they can actually analyze it themselves without having to rely on the official agencies, because sometimes we all know that every time we see something from USGS, they always downgrade it every time. And it's always been it's always puzzled me. If they know that they're going to have to downgrade it, why not just build that into the model? But they don't. So I don't know what's going on there. It's really fishy, in my opinion. I think we all kind of have the same idea of what's going on there, but he goes on to talk about it. And as a matter of fact, he's talking about it right here. Okay? That's the Shetland Islands, and he was explaining they call this Elephant Island. I didn't know that until he told me. I was listening to him. That's the kind of information you're going to gain down there. He is most definitely knows what he's talking about. So I'm going to put his link in here, guys. I would encourage you guys to go check out his channel. If you guys haven't been over there, please go check it out. He's down to earth. He's a great guy, and he will give you good information. He's also into the preparedness thing, and will give you good information on what to do there. Hey, Grandma JJ. How are you? Julie, Jerry, good to see you guys. I think I said hi to Anna already. Hi again. Annie. Annie's in here now. Vans, what's up? So yeah, guys, I mean, really check him out. I mean, yeah. You guys know I don't recommend a channel unless I go there myself. I just won't do that. It would be ridiculous for me to do that. But just know, and anybody I've ever sent over here never has come back to me and say, why did you send me over there? Same with Mark Pyers, guys. He might even still be live. I'm not sure if Mark's still live or not. I haven't been able to really look at a whole lot, guys. I'm serious. I've been really, really busy. So that's why my schedule's a little off right now. Mark's, is he still live? I know he was a little bit earlier. I stopped in for a second and just kind of listened for a minute. I didn't have a chance to talk or anything. Where's he at? He's probably up here in my... Yeah, he's still alive. That's why. He's right here. What I'll do is I'll drop his link to you guys. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys really need to go over and check him out. You'll crack up. You'll love his music. We hang out there every night, and it's just such a positive release for me. I encourage you guys to go check him out. But there you go. There's that. Now, let's go back and look at these earthquakes again, guys. And look, I mean, lots of stuff going on. Here's the helioplots. Okay, this happens when we get big ones. Okay, now go over and listen to Ron, because Ron explains why this was probably a lot bigger than what we said, what they're saying. And I just have to say that I agree with him. You know, they know how to read like the S waves and stuff like that. They know how to analyze this in a way that they can see what the public just doesn't understand. And You know, and what I'm saying here, guys, is it was most likely an 8.3 or bigger. That's what I gathered from Ron. And, you know, what you're looking at here, this is global. These are global seismographs. Okay? So when you get an earthquake that big, it will ring the whole globe. See down here? Why is it blacked out here? Look, that's because that's right where the earthquake was at. Antarctica. Okay, where's this one at? Yep, same thing. So, and then here you go. That's in Venezuela. Where's Venezuela? Well, down here. Okay, so what I'm saying is that's what we're seeing there, and they're able to read that, and they're able to interpret it, and you know, it keeps us from getting lied to a lot. And again, you know, I wouldn't even question what we see here if it wasn't for the fact that they always, every time, downgrade it. And I just don't get that. Because if they know that it's always going to have to get downgraded, why isn't it just built into the model? Hey George, what's up? So yeah, I just don't know, you know. I just don't know what's going on. I just don't know. So I just don't know what, you know, with this one and that one and everything else going on. Hey Pagan, what's up? How are you? There's Gail. Who else is in here? Chris, Kathy. Good to see everybody. So yeah, guys, again, just got to keep your head on a swivel. I don't know what, I really ain't got much more else to say tonight, guys. I just wanted to show you guys the CME stuff that was going on, just to see what's up. So, yeah. I don't know. So there you go with that. Now there is, again, there's that CME that caught up with the one in the front. And, yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I really hope that this shockwave doesn't, like, it looks like it happened out here. So is it going to happen and affect us here? I don't know. I could be wrong, I could be right, who knows. But I can tell you one thing, that second one that popped off there is moving fast enough that it definitely could. It definitely could, you know, really smack into that and give it a pretty good extra little boost. So, alright guys, you guys got any questions? Sorry I wasn't paying too much attention to the chat there. Just didn't have a whole lot of, I just wanted to make sure I got all that stuff out. So, any questions, guys? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? G513. Yeah, it's, I'm telling you guys, that thing was moving fast, so I don't know. Hey Diane, how you doing? I think I said hi to everybody else in here. There's Free Life. I said hi to Pagan, I think, didn't I? Hi Pagan, if I didn't. Yeah, sorry Bob, I know I'm coming on here kind of crazy. Hey Marie. Yep, what's the changes in censorship? It's like putting together a puzzle. Yeah, unfortunately guys. Yeah, yeah, River Girl, you're right. It did look like it could go south. Oh, you're talking about that being, yeah, it's a good idea, I guess. Yeah. Thanks, AB, I appreciate that. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, guys, let's not fight. Come on. I don't even know what's going on. I'm going to get off here anyway. I hope. Let's just be respectful to one another. You guys know my mods are in here, so I mean, if you know, if anybody's attacking somebody, I hope that's not happening. But, so yeah. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I have to go back and look at it, guys. I don't know what's. I don't really. Listen, I'm not going to deal with any drama. I can tell you that. Whatever it is, I don't know. You guys know I don't do drama. I'm just not going to do it. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because obviously there might be an issue in there. So, I'm just going to keep moving. Hopefully everybody can, figure it out. I don't know who's right or wrong. Hopefully everything's fine. So, anyway, God bless. Yahusha saves. You can drink this Kool-Aid.